What's up, guys? LBF back again with another Vans review. Today I got the Old School UC, which I assume stands for Ultra Cush. This is from the Made for Makers collection. Colorway is black. These are size 13 and retail was $80. Comes in your basic Vans box here. These just dropped in my local Vans store yesterday, so these are brand new. This Made for Makers collection released in several different models. There's a slip-on, an authentic, a old school, and a pair of skate highs. All of them getting the blackout treatment, solid black uppers, as well as the black sole. So pretty much something we've seen 1,000 times before. This one is definitely going to be all about the details. So as the name suggests, this shoe is made for makers. It's essentially a shoe that you're going to want if you're on your feet all day, you're just looking for something in a basic color, something that's very practical. This is the shoe for you. So as the little tag here describes it, you got made for the makers, a tough shoe for tough jobs and the people who do them. And then on the back here, some more info. Tough shoe for tough jobs and the people who do them, increased traction, ultra comfy, and water and dirt resistant. So it's got the contoured drop-in Ultra Cush footbed for all-day maximum comfort, Vans guard canvas uppers to repel liquids and dirt, and vulcanized lug outsole for increased traction. So it's essentially a MTE with a better insole, pretty much. So first off, of course, we do see that MTE style lug outsole, the reversed outsole here. And I thought it was very interesting, the color that was used, because this is not your typical gum color. This is kind of like a reddish gum. It doesn't look too noticeable on the camera here, but if you guys see these in person, definitely a strange color. We do see the Vans guard, which is essentially a Scotch guard. The Vans guard protection, as you see underneath the tongue here. It should be repelling any kind of liquid or dirt, as the tag suggests. So we do see that on the suede, on the toe box, eye stay, heel counter, and then of course on the canvas, on the quarter panels, and on this tongue here. You got a black leather jazz stripe on the side, basic black Vans laces here. These also feature something a little bit different, at least when it comes to Vans, is the elastic that connects the tongue to the sole. So I know a lot of skate shoes typically have this to help the tongue from staying in place. And I thought it's interesting for these because you don't really ever see Vans using these elastic straps except for maybe some of their pro shoes. So that was definitely a nice added touch to a basic model. And of course we see these contoured footbeds on the insole there. So I wanted to compare those to your typical pro Vans insole here. So this is the new one. This is the contoured drop-in insole. So it's essentially like your Nike Lunar Lawn insole. It's got that same design where like the little lip of it is in a different color. Instead of that neon green, we see this blue here, but super comfortable, definitely. It's the Ultra Cush style insole. Of course, there's like 5 different Ultra Cush insoles nowadays, so each one is just a little bit different. This is gonna be like a foam style material on here, and apparently it's ortholite, so we all know what to expect from ortholite from the California releases years ago. Definitely super comfortable. And what I loved about these insoles is they're actually a little bit thinner than your typical pro insoles, the ones that we see on pretty much every Vans Pro model. These ones are going to be just a little bit too thick for me. I think that it really doesn't, it makes the shoe a little bit tighter because Vans doesn't account for how thick these insoles are, so the shoes seem to be a little bit more shallow when you put your foot in them, whereas these new contoured ones, your foot sits deeper into this insole, so it pretty much has about the same fit as a typical version, like a basic old school, just with the extra padding. So I really do like the fit of these. They're super comfortable. And you do see this black material being like a mesh type material lining the entire footbed here. That same material is on the interior of the shoe all the way around. So we see it on the collar, underneath the tongue, around the heel piece. A very comfortable, soft material that hopefully will allow this to breathe a little bit better. But yeah, there it is. It's pretty much a basic, solid black, old school, but hopefully with a couple of features that will make your day just a little bit better. And definitely I would say that this is probably like the perfect restaurant shoe. I know Vans probably doesn't want to call it that for liability purposes, but if you guys are looking for something to wear around the kitchen, this is going to be the shoe for you. Now, it does not have a gusseted tongue, which was a little bit of a bummer, but the elastic I think will help with everything, just keeping that tongue in place. We do have that red heel tab on the back. Totally forgot about this. The white skateboard. Just a basic Vans touch on there. So there you guys have it. This is the Made for Makers Old School, and this is going to be available at your local Vans store. These guys do fit true to size. Retail was $80. Hope you guys enjoy the review. Sure, stay tuned for the on feed.